You got to keep restarting. I don't care how many times you have to restart in whatever it is that you're doing, right? It could be fitness, most importantly. It could be relationships, another relationship, right? It could be social media, whatever business you have in mind for social media. It doesn't matter what it is, but you have to keep restarting until you get it right. I'm not saying restart just to restart, of course. You have to restart with a purpose. You got to restart with a vision in mind, a goal that you have set. A lot of times we begin something and we have a dream or plans for success, and you start getting some progress in. You start getting some time up under your belt, some posts, days past, whatever it is, right? Fitness wise, you might be consistent in the gym for a week, couple weeks, even a couple months, right? Depending on your goals and what it is you're trying to hit. And then you fall off of that, right? For whatever reason, right? It starts getting harder. You go on vacation, you go on a trip, whatever it is. And for whatever reason, you end up restarting or you end up stopping, right? It's okay to restart. I don't care if you restart 100 times, 1,000 times. That's the mindset that it requires to see success. If you're not somebody that can be consistent in doing what you're doing, and you have to restart for whatever it is, like I said, it might be a business idea that you had, and then you refocus and your dreams and goals change. You got a different business idea that you want to try, or it's the same idea and you're revamping it and you're realizing, okay, maybe I should do it this way. Maybe I should post every single day instead of every other day. Maybe I should start a new page because the algorithms is going to hit it better, right? Whatever reason you're restarting, restart. And most importantly, and this is really what I'm making this video about, don't allow your idea of what others may be thinking or comparison to others to stop you, right? Me, for example, I like to use myself as an example a lot of times. Me, for example, I've restarted a couple of things. I've restarted in fitness. I've restarted my career path. I changed my major about 4 or 5 times, literally, right? I restarted my social media accounts, my fitness accounts. I done created probably about five different fitness accounts, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. For the most part, I've been on there. But I restarted, and eventually, at least in one of those things, I saw success. TikTok, I saw success. I had a vision, a new dream that I set for myself and said, okay, I want to get to 10,000 followers in this. That was my goal. I set it out and I said, okay, I'm gonna get there no matter what. I'm going to post consistently. I had a vision of how to get it done. I knew how to get it done, and I repeated the steps over and over every single day until I got it done. But first, I had to restart. First, I had to fail my first 2 or 3 pages on the TikTok side before I saw success on that page. And again, this is what I'm saying. This is one of the fundamental principles of success is refocusing, having a solid plan for wherever it is that you want to go, and restarting. But, and this is a very large but, is you have to stay consistent that next time, right? You can't restart every single time and quit every single time and say, okay, I got to start something else every single time. At some point, once you figure out what it takes, there has to come a moment where you say, okay, I'm going to be consistent now. No matter what, for what it is that my goals are, no matter how small or how large, I'm going to stay consistent this time. And I'm going to repeat the steps of what it requires, day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out, until I see success. Until I see success, I'm going to do that on a consistent basis because I know what it requires and what I have to do. And then from there, once you've restarted that next time, you know, okay, yeah, this is the one. I know what it takes. I've done this a couple of times. I saw success, fell off. Saw some success, fell off. And I'm tired of doing that. I know what it requires. let me formulate my life in a way that it's easy to stay consistent. It's easier to stay consistent. The good thing about restarting is that it's almost like a fuel to the fire, right? It fuels you in a sense that, okay, once you finally built that inspiration up again to start and say, okay, yeah, this is going to be that one where I lock in for however long it is to reach my goals. And I don't care how long it is. I'm not thinking about the time frame. I just want to get it done. Once you have that conviction in your heart and in your mind, it becomes easier to see that success. And it feels like it's overnight. Anytime that I did that myself in my own life, it felt that way. Like right now, I'm getting myself back into the shape that I want to be in. Slimming down, doing my cardio, eating well. And I can tell you the truth. I'm not saying this just to say it. I'm locked in so hard on it that there's nothing that can get in my way and stop me from reaching the goals that I want to reach. I've restarted, yes, countless times. Like I can't tell you how many times I've restarted, but I'm reaching that point. I've reached that point where I'm like, okay, I'm tired of restarting. And it's a lifestyle change that has to take place. You have to make it so that it's easy to do and it's easy to repeat, right? Y'all looking for these for fitness, for example. Y'all looking for these quick get fit quick schemes and diets and workout plans that you can only do for a week or 2 weeks max before you feel like you're gassed out. Some type of keto diet, whatever. You got to find something for you that you can repeat day in and day out, week in and week out. That's why a lot of times I don't like, telling people or going to these workout groups, because you get yourself so gassed out, so burnt out. And a lot of y'all don't have the discipline to say, okay, man, I'm gassed today, with this workout camp, this workout group. Now let me come back tomorrow or the next session. Because you haven't built out a simple, repeatable process for yourself. Once you restart, you have to build a simple, repeatable process. But that's a good thing about restarting is you start realizing what works for you. You fall down enough and pick yourself back up enough, you're going to learn some things about yourself, about your business, about whatever goals you have set out. And then from there, like I said, you map out, okay, this is what I do. You write down your goals, you write down your plans, and you itemize what you got to do on a consistent basis, right? Until it's second nature. So like, I know what I'm eating today. I'm at the gym right now. I know exactly what I'm eating today. 96% lean ground beef, right? 96 extra lean, right? But the good thing about it, I'm eating the whole thing. It's a pound. The great thing about it is it's repeatable for me. I enjoy it. Right? I've been able to find things that I can eat that match my goals, and I can do it on a consistent basis. Now, the reason why it's easy is because I set that conviction out off of restarting so many times, off of restarting my health plans and goals. And I'm sure it's the same way for you, where you might have restarted your fitness goals or your business or your social media venture so many times to where you're reaching that point, you're reaching that breaking point where you're like, bro, I done restarted 4 or 5 times. I done said, okay, I'm gonna post every day doing this 4 or 5 times. Instead of posting every day, why don't you post every other day? Map out a plan to post consistently 3 times a week. Or say, okay, I'm going to use this inspiration from having to restart again as fuel. Because you don't want to restart again. I don't want to restart again. Right? I'm getting myself leaner, slimming back down, feeling better, happier, right? All of these things. I don't want to go back to where I was. Now this is real. You shouldn't want to go back to where you were, sitting in that room, dark, depressed, falling into the same cycles, eating junk, not going outside, not seeing no sunlight, waking up doing the same thing, falling back into the same cycles. You shouldn't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fall back into those things. So instead of keeping myself in that mindset and that terrible mind state, I said, okay, it's hard. It's hard initially before you built up the habit of doing it. But restarting is the only way that you'll get back there. It's the only way that in this life you will ever see the success that you want to see, is if you restart. I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to post consistently on Instagram because I know that, you know, I'm being consistent with myself and my own health, and building myself up to where I'm the person that is marketable enough to be on these social media platforms and tell others and encourage others and inspire others through my videos. And that if I post on a consistent enough basis, after a year, there's no way that if I'm able to make 200 posts in a year, more than that, whatever it is, that I'm not going to see success, that I'm not going to be able to attain some sort of financial freedom. These are my own goals, right? In a year's time, 1 year, that's it. 1 year of consistency, and that's it. That is it. You could change your life. I see it happen for so many other people. You got to believe it can happen for yourself. That's all it is. You got to believe that it can happen for yourself. And restart if you're not on it right now. If you want it right now, and you know, okay, this is that one, you can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it when it's that one. When I had my one, and I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna get this to 10K. I didn't feel any way about telling anybody that was what I was doing. That it was my goal to get it to 10K because my plan was so solid. My research was intense, but more importantly, my action was followed behind it. Most importantly, my action followed behind it. Most importantly, my action followed behind it. My action, not what I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking about it all the time. You think about it heavy, okay. But then what action are you doing? And funny enough, the more you do action, the more action you have and what it is that you're doing, the more you'll become used to acting and being active over time and building those habits. But before you build those habits, after falling off, you got to restart. All that being said, man, I got to go ahead and run into the gym. I don't really got much else to say, man. So hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.